Jayam Nashtaprayeshu Abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavate Uttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Neshtike Om Jnana Timirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshar Unmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Sri Caitanya Manobhistam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathan Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Dev Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhan Nutamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priya Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Shrimate Bhaktivedanta Swamin Iti Namine Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharini Nirvisesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Vanchakalpa Tarubhyasya Kripa Sindhu Vaevacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhaktivinoda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare. So we continue reading from Srimad Bhagavatam. We are reading from Canto 3, Chapter 8, Text 23. Mrinala Goratya Shesha Bhoga Paryanka Ekam Purusham Shayanam Fanata Patra Yutamurtharatna Dyubir Hatadvanta Yuganta Toye. Brahma could see that on the water there was a gigantic lotus-like white bedstead, the body of Sheshnag, on which the personality of Godhead was lying alone. The whole atmosphere was illuminated by the rays of the jewels bedecking the hood of Sheshnag, and that illumination dissipated all the darkness of those regions. So Maitreya Muni is beginning from the day of Brahma, that Brahma was born and then he couldn't understand what he is supposed to do by his mental speculation or physical endeavor. Only when he engaged in devotional service, then he was able to see the Lord. So reading on, text 24. Preksham Shipantam Harito Paladrehe Sandhya Brani Ver Ururukma Murdhanaha Ratno Dadharo Shadi Sauman Nasya Mana Srajovenu Bhujang Gripangrahe. The luster of the transcendental body of the Lord mocked the beauty of the coral mountain. The coral mountain is very beautifully dressed by the evening sky, but the yellow dress of the Lord mocked its beauty. There is gold on the summit of the mountain, but the Lord's helmet, bedecked with jewels, mocked it. The mountains, waterfalls, herbs, etc., with a panorama of flowers, seem like garlands, but the Lord's gigantic body and his hands and legs, decorated with jewels, pearls, tulsi leaves, and flower garlands, mocked the scene on the mountain. So the panoramic beauty of nature, which strikes one with wonder, may be taken as a perverted reflection of the transcendental body of the Lord. One who is therefore attracted by the beauty of the Lord is no longer attracted by the beauty of material nature, although he does not minimize its beauty. In Bhagavad Gita 2.59, it is described that one who is attracted by Param, the Supreme, is no longer attracted by anything inferior, So here the beautiful body of the Lord is compared to the coral mountain, and that it's so beautiful. So we are always trying to find beauty in this material nature, and material nature is very beautiful. If we see nature is really very beautiful. And so then the question should arise in us that if the nature is so beautiful, then how beautiful the creator must be, the one who's created such beauty. And then that's the reason it is said that once someone is attracted to Krishna, to the beauty of Krishna, then they don't find this material world attractive anymore, because they've already found something higher. So when we have something higher, then we don't like something lower. No? That's just the natural nature. Text 25. Ayamato vistara swamana dehena lokatraya sangrahena vichitra divya bharanam shukhanam krita shriyapa shrita vesha deham. His transcendental body, unlimited in length and breadth, occupied the three planetary systems, upper, middle, and lower. His body was self-illuminated by unparalleled dress and variegatedness, and was properly ornamented. So here we can see that Lord Brahma is able to see the Lord. So it's not that the Lord does not have a form. It's not that the Lord is only light. The light is just the feature, one of the features of the Lord. So the Lord is a person. He could see this supreme person. The length and breadth of the transcendental body of the Supreme Personality of Godhead could only be measured by his own measurement, because he is all-pervading throughout the complete cosmic manifestation. The beauty of material nature is due to his personal beauty, yet he is always magnificently dressed and ornamented to prove his transcendental variegatedness, which is so important in the advancement of spiritual knowledge. So the Lord was gigantic, unlimited. His body is upper, lower, and middle planetary systems, everything. He's occupying all the space there, unlimitedly. Text 26. Pumsam swakamaya vivikta marget abhyarchatam kama dughangri padmam pradarshayantam kripaya nakhendu mayu kabhina gulicharu patram. The Lord showed his lotus feet by raising them. His lotus feet are the source of all awards achieved by devotional service, free from material contamination. Such awards are for those who worship him in pure devotion. The splendor of the transcendental rays from his moon-like toenails and fingernails appeared like the petals of a flower. The Lord fulfills the desires of everyone just as one desires. So that's why Krishna is called Bhakta Vatsal. Whatever is our desire, he fulfills. We want to remember him, he makes arrangements to help us remember him. We want to forget him, he makes arrangements to help us forget him. Pure devotees are interested in achieving the transcendental service of the Lord, which is non-different from him. Therefore, the Lord is the only desire of the pure devotees, and devotional service is the only spotless process for achieving his favor. So a pure devotee, he has no desire for anything personal. He does not want himself to be happy. His only desire is, how can I please Krishna? That's why they are like pure devotees. They don't have any other material desire. And then how can we come to this desire? By engaging in bhakti. By engaging in bhakti, we can purify our desires. Srila Rupa Goswami says in his Bhakti Rasamrit Sindhu 1.1.11 that pure devotional service is Jnana Karmadi Anavritam. Pure devotional service is without any tinge of speculative knowledge and fruitive activities. So pure devotional service, Srila Rupa Goswami gives the meaning. in Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. Means somebody is engaging in bhakti without the desire for liberation, without the desire that I will engage in bhakti and I will get so materially, I will get a lot of material comforts, or I'll engage in bhakti and I will merge in the impersonal Brahman, or I'll engage in bhakti and I'll get some mystic siddhis. No. What is pure devotional service? Just acting for the pleasure of Krishna favorably and following in the footsteps of the predecessor acharyas, following in the parampara system. That is pure devotional service. Such devotional service is able to award the pure devotee the highest result, namely direct association with the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Lord Krishna. So we just continue to engage in devotional service, just continue to engage in hearing and chanting. And what happens with that? Our faith will increase, our impurities will go away. And gradually, we will be able to realize Krishna more and more. And one day we will be able to see him face to face. According to Gopal Tapani Upanishad, the Lord showed one of the many thousands of petals of his lotus feet. It is said, Brahmano asav anavritam me dhyata stutah paradhante so abhyuta gopavesho me purushtat avir bhuva. After penetrating for millions of years, Lord Brahma could understand the transcendental form of the Lord as Sri Krishna in the dress of a cowherd boy, and thus he recorded his experience in the Brahma Samhita in the famous prayer, Govindam Adipurusham Tam Aham Bhajami. So imagine, Lord Brahma had to engage devotional service for millions of years, and then he could understand, oh, Krishna is the Supreme Lord. And here, by the mercy of Lord Chaitanya, we are given freely, that make this life your last life. No, Krishna is God, he's the Supreme Lord. Just as is explained in the Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam, and all the Vedic scriptures, chant Hare Krishna, you can see the Lord face to face. So Lord, it's just the mercy of Lord Chaitanya that he's made the process so easy for us, and he's giving to us without considering whether we are qualified, not qualified, what is our background, what is our race, class, culture. No, nothing. It's for everyone. So we should try to take advantage of this mercy that is available to us, because otherwise it's very difficult to understand Krishna. Any questions or comments till now?
All clear. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. So text 27. Okay.
They're glorifying the bhakti.
I'm sorry?
They are glorifying bhakti, right?
Yes. Glorifying bhakti. Sorry. Yes.
Still, Maitreya Muni is answering Vidurji, still, right?
Yeah, Maitreya Muni is narrating to Vidur that what happened when Lord Brahma's morning came.
Okay.
So then what happened? How did the whole creation start again? Yeah, that's what he's explaining. So reading on. Mukhena lokarti harasmitena parispurat kundala manditena shonayitena dharabimba bhasa pratyarhayantam sunasena subhrava. He also acknowledged the service of the devotees and vanquished their distress by his beautiful smile. The reflection of his face, decorated with earrings, was so pleasing because it dazzled with the rays from his lips and the beauty of his nose and eyebrows. Devotional service to the Lord is very much obliging to him. There are many transcendentalists in different fields of spiritual activities, but devotional service to the Lord is unique. Devotees do not ask anything from the Lord in exchange for their service. Even the most desirable liberation is refused by devotees, although offered by the Lord. So this is pure devotional service. Pure devotional service is when a devotee has become so purified. How did he get purified? By engaging in devotional service. So the means and the end is the same. You see, in jnana process, the means and end is different. They are trying to gain knowledge so that they can sit in the light, or yogi is trying to do meditation so that he can get some mystic siddhis or realize the super soul. But so the process and the goal is different in those. But in bhakti, what happens is the process and the goal is the same. How is that? Because hearing and chanting is the process, worshipping Krishna is the process, and the goal is also to continue doing that. But the only difference is, at our stage, it is still impure. We still have many other material desires, but by just engaging in bhakti, gradually, we will get purified. We will want nothing else but to engage in bhakti. That's all. It's like a ripe mango and a unripe mango. So mango is mango. In time, it will ripen. It may be green right now, but if we hold on to it, it will become golden and juicy and fragrant. So what?
Right. Gradually, I think the material desires will be lessened, right?
Yes.
Will be reduced.
Yeah, yes.
Through bhakti, yeah.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
So even the most desirable liberation is refused by devotees, although offered by the Lord. So the devotees don't even want liberation. They don't want to sit in the light, in the Brahma Jyoti. Why? Anyone?
Because again, you will come back, no?
Yeah.
After a number of years, whatever, again, you have to come back.
Yes. Yes. And also in the light, the devotee does not have the opportunity to be with Krishna.
Be with Krishna, right?
Yeah, they don't have the opportunity to serve Krishna, to have that loving relationship with Krishna. So the devotees say, I don't want that. It's not sweet. There's no sweetness there. And so thus the Lord becomes a kind of debtor to the devotees. And he can only try to repay the devotee service with his ever enchanting smile. So because a pure devotee, what does he want? Only to please Krishna. He doesn't want anything for himself. So we can see that pure devotees, the famous examples are of the Brajvasis. Their desire is only to please Krishna. And then Krishna says to the gopis, Na parai aham, I cannot repay your debt. You love me so much. I don't know, what can I do for you? Imagine God is becoming the debtor of his devotee. God, he's God. He has everything. He can do anything. He's the owner of everything. He's also saying, I have become your debtor. We become debtors here in this material world. We take on different debts, obligations of parents because they're bringing us up, demigods, they're protecting us, so many different living entities. But here God is saying he's becoming the debtor to the devotees. And then he says, I can just try to please you, repay your service with my smile. And then that's what the devotees get happy. It's like a mother, when the mother is trying to please the child, or even father, they work very hard to please the child. And then when the baby smiles and is happy, then the parents feel so happy. So the devotees are ever satisfied by the smiling face of the Lord, and they become enlivened. And by seeing the devotees so enlivened, the Lord himself is further satisfied. So there is continuous transcendental competition between the Lord and his devotees by such reciprocation of service and acknowledgement. So what happens is one is engaged in pure devotional service. So by engaging in pure devotional service, the devotee is satisfying Krishna. And then Krishna is so satisfied. Looking at Krishna satisfied, the devotee feels happy. Looking at the devotee being so happy, Krishna feels happy. And this kind of exchange goes on and on. They both expand unlimitedly. And that's why it is said that the bliss, the happiness which one can experience in devotional service is unlimited. They both expand themselves. Their happiness keeps on expanding unlimitedly. You know, it seems so inconceivable to us because here in the material world, we have to work so hard to get such a little happiness. That also is temporary. It goes away very soon. But here, by being in that relationship with the Lord, there is continuous transcendental competition. The devotee serving the Lord is being happy, then the devotee gets happy, and they both are expanding their happiness. Amazing, no? It's said that just by appreciating pure devotional service, we get purified. Just by desiring pure devotional service, we make advancement. That's not the case in following the path of Jnana and yoga. Just by appreciating or desiring to become a jnani or yogi, we don't get purified. That is just, okay, an appreciation. But by appreciating pure devotional service, by having a desire for pure devotional service, we are making spiritual advancement. You know? So text 28, Kadamba Kinjalka Pishangava Sasa Swalankritam me Kalaya Nitambe Hare na Chananta Dhanena Vatsa Shivatsa Vakshaha Sthala Vallabhena. Oh, my dear Vidur, the Lord's waist was covered with yellow cloth, resembling the saffron dust of the Kadamba flower, and it was encircled by a well-decorated belt. His chest was decorated with the Srivatsa marking and a necklace of unlimited value. So the Srivatsa is there only on the chest of Krishna, on the chest of Lord Vishnu. Even the devotees who get liberation and live in the Vaikuntha with 4 arms and who look like Lord Vishnu, so they look exactly like Lord Vishnu, but they don't have this Srivatsa mark. You know, that's how we differentiate. And they don't have the Kaustubha jewel. Others, rest, everything they have cannot make a difference who's Lord Vishnu and who's the devotee in one of the, and so many of the Vaikuntha planets. Reading on, text 23. Pararthaya ke yuramani praveka paryasta dordanda sahasra shakam avyakta moolam bhuvanang kripendram ahindra bhoger adhivitta valsam. As a sandalwood tree is decorated with fragrant flowers and branches, the Lord's body was decorated with valuable jewels and pearls. He was the self-situated tree, the Lord of all others in the universe. And as a sandalwood tree is covered by many snakes, so the Lord's body was also covered by the hoods of Ananta. The word Avyakta Moolam is significant here. Generally, no one can see the roots of a tree, but as far as the Lord is concerned, he's the root of himself, because there is no other separate cause of his standing, but he himself. In the material world, we always have this experience that something is because of something. You know, there is a son because there is a father, and then he has a father. So everything has a cause, each and everything, if we try to analyze the cause. And if we try to understand cause and cause and cause and do the research work, we will come to Lord Krishna. We will, if we are doing proper research work, we will come to Krishna. And then, who's the cause of Krishna? No one. Krishna is his own cause. There's no other cause. That's why he's called the original person. In the Vedas, it is said that the Lord is Swashraya. He is his own support, and there is no other support for him. So Krishna is maintaining all of us. In the Katha Upanishad also, it is said that Nityo Nityanam Chetanas Chetananam Eko Bahunam Yovidadati Kaman. There is There are so many eternals. And out of so many eternal, there is one eternal being who's maintaining all other eternal beings. So Krishna is maintaining all of us. But who's maintaining him? No one. He's maintaining by himself. That's why he's God. He's capable of maintaining himself and maintaining each and every one of us. Now, we think, oh, I'm maintaining whatever, my household, my family, my work. We think that I'm the one who's maintaining. But actually, it's Krishna who's maintaining each and every one of us. Therefore, Avyakta means the Supreme Lord himself and no one else. No one else. So he's the cause of all causes. Sarva Karana Karanam. Chara Charauko Bhagavan Mahidram Ahindra Bandhum Salilo Paguddham Kiriti Sahasra Hiranya Shringam Avir Bhavat Kaustubharatna Garbham. Like a great mountain, the Lord stands as the abode for all moving and non-moving living entities. He's the friend of the snakes because Lord Ananta is his friend. As a mountain has thousands of golden peaks, so the Lord was seen with the thousands of golden helmeted hoods of Ananta Nag. And as a mountain is sometimes filled with jewels, so also his transcendental body was fully decorated with valuable jewels. As a mountain is sometimes submerged in the ocean of water, so the Lord is sometimes submerged in the water of devastation. So the comparison is given to a great mountain just for us to understand that how big and magnificent the Lord is. Because we can understand only in material terms. We do not have that spiritual understanding or the spiritual vision. So just for us to be able to understand here, the Lord is compared as a great mountain. And then Ananta Sheshas. Ananta Shesha has many thousands of hoods. He doesn't have only one hood. There's thousands of hoods. And all this is a nice comparison with the mountain is given. Any questions or comments?
So Shesh is Lord Balram.
Yes.
Balram.
Yes.
Sankarshan.
Sankarshan. Yes. Text 31. Nivitam amanaya madhuvritta shriya swakirti maya vannamalaya harim suryendu vayav agni agamam tridhamabhihi parikramat pradhanike durashadam. Lord Brahma, thus looking upon the Lord in the shape of a mountain, concluded that he was Hari, the personality of Godhead. He saw that the garland of flowers on his chest glorified him with Vedic wisdom in sweet songs and looked very beautiful. He was protected by the Sudarshan wheel for fighting, and even the sun, moon, air, fire, etc. could not have access to him. So Brahmaji is seeing the Lord face to face. He's seeing Lord Vishnu is lying there. And he's saying that the garland of flowers on his chest glorified him with Vedic wisdom in sweet songs. So the garland of flowers on his chest glorified him with Vedic wisdom in sweet songs and looked very beautiful. So the Lord is very beautiful. He has a form. It's not that only we have a form and the Lord doesn't. He is a person also. He's the supreme person. So shall we stop here for today?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you so much for joining in. Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Shila Prabhupada ki jai, Gaura Premanande, Hari Hari Bol.